Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to solo Zul'farrak as a paladin. This can be done from 40 to 52. You can get a lot of experience doing this. First of all, I'm showing you my gear because you need a lot of stamina to get in to the graveyard area. Especially you need to stack up on armor and stamina, because when you are 40, getting inside to the graveyard area is gonna be tough. As you become higher level, obviously it's gonna get easier, but what I recommend is getting plate armor or mail armor with of the eagle stats, so that's stamina and intellect. As for talents, you only need consecration from the holy tree. That's the most important thing. That's the only thing you need. As you can see, I'm doing this with a full prod build. You can also get improved blessing of the wisdom, but you don't really need that. So here I start running in. The most important thing to look out for is when you pull a mob, you always have to face him a little bit. So never turn your back to the mobs, because they will hit you off the mount and you get dazed and you will die pretty much. Even if you use bubble, you just waste it because you will die. As soon as you come out of the corridor, you should go line of sight from the mobs because they won't shoot you then. Also come off this ramp and you can just dodge the basilisk. Watch out for the mobs. When you are lower level, you will probably get a lot of damage. What you can do is to stay there in the safe spot here and just stay there and regen and move forward when you are full HP. Just get on the mount and go again. So what I usually do even at higher level is I jump through here and I come into this reset spot. I could go to the graveyard probably with one run, but I usually like to do it in a safe way. It might take a little while for the mobs to reset, but just be patient. Once you're out of combat, you can get on your horse and make your way into the graveyard. What you can do here is there is a safe spot here as well, which I turned back to show in the video. Yeah, there. This is also a nice safe spot if you feel like your HP is low or you need a break or something. You can jump on the ways as well, that's also a safe spot. But what I like to do is just stand between these walls and the mobs will reset. So once you're out of combat, you can just get on your mount and go to the graveyard. You can see what I did there is I always turn myself towards the mobs so they don't hit me in the back. So once you arrived at the graveyard, what you need to do is get off your mount and come up here into this corner. You need to reset every mob that is chasing you. Some of the mobs came too close and they can see you, then they will have a hard time resetting. What you can do is jump up here, and this is also a really good safe spot because they will reset faster. So once you're out of combat, you can just rebuff yourself and start opening the graves. So what you're going to do is jump off, pull the Witch Doctor, which is the boss, and start opening the graves by this order.
It's too far away.
Once you open the graves here, you need to run back to this ways. This is also a reset spot. Once the zombies are reset, you can start opening the graves from here.
I'm out of range. I can't loot that right now.
What you need to look out for is that the zombies will come back to you, so when you open the grave you need to use a blessing of protection as soon as you opened it. Or if you feel unsafe, you can just skip that grave. What you also need to look out for is when you use blessing of protection, your buff will go off, so you need to rebuff yourself. So once the zombies reset again, you can start opening the last bit of graves. You start opening with that solo grave, and then you can move on to the other bunch.
I'm out of range.
If you want some extra money, you can open them and get some more cloth and stuff, but you don't necessarily need to do that. It's just some extra money for extra danger. So once you are done with the openings, you just come up here and wait for them to reset. Don't forget to apply Blessing of Wisdom now. Once you're out of combat, you can just jump up here. So once you're up in here, first of all get to full mana. So our goal is, during the pull, is to pull all of the zombies that you can see down there, and also to not pull the boss. As you can see, I'm going to show you what not to do. If during the pull you see the boss yelling, then that's bad, then you pull the boss. What you need to do is reset then. So I cut off a bit of the footage here because it took a while to reset for the boss. So now you can start the pulling phase. So you are going to pull the mobs with Exorcism. To avoid the boss, all you need to do is stick to the wall as I did right there. If you run to the wall like that, you should be fine and the boss will not pull. You can just run past the edge of the wall and the mobs will pull. The only mobs you need to pull is the ones at the boss, so you exorcism them and they will come to you. So what you need to do is, this is going to be our main thing during the run, this back and forth jumping. This is how you will stack the mobs up and control them. So their path is going to be, they will come around here and they will go around there. And this is how they will run. So now you can see there are mobs still down there which we need to pull. So what you're going to do is just let them come close and then jump down and you can pull the rest of the mobs. You can open some graveyards before you are doing this if you want some extra money. So what you're going to do is jump up here. This is a reset spot, so if you stay here long enough they will reset. So you need to do this quick. So once the mobs are pulled from downstairs, what you're going to do is come here and do the back and forth jumping all over again. To stack them up, of course. The most important thing to look out for is when you stack them up, you need to jump when they are there. So as you jump there and they reach that point, they will come running towards you and that's what will make them stack up. So once every mob reached us from downstairs, which we pulled, I can start stacking them up. As you can see, I jumped back and forth and they ran towards me and that's what made them stack up. So now they are grouped. So once they are grouped, you can start doing the kill phase. So I stopped the video right here because this is a spot we need to talk about. This spot right here is the spot where you should use your consecration. There are some rules, however. You should never cross the blue line because that's the spot where you can get hit. And if you get hit, you can get dazed and you will die. Anywhere else inside the red circle, you can put your consecration and it will be fine. However, also there is this green line. You should put consecration on the green line when the mobs are really close to you. It is also a really safe spot to put your consecration, so you don't even give them a chance to hit you. So here we started the killing phase and now you can see they are a little bit separated. What I'm gonna do is jump back and forth and this will stack them up a little bit nicer. What you want to do here is wait for them to make the turn and then you can jump to the other side. And this is how pretty much the kill phase goes. If you want to fasten it up a bit, then you can go to the other side as well, like I do in the video right now. I'll wait for them a bit, I go there. And this one will be a risky one, but as you can see, I stand at the spot right there, and I use consecration a little bit too late. You should use consecration before they reach that pillar, and then you can go back to the other side. As you can see, I use my divine shield as a safety net. You want to keep those safety nets like Blessing of Protection and Divine Shield. If you want to kill them faster, however, if you are confident enough, you should use Divine Shield and Blessing of Protection as a way to put out more damage to the zombies. As you can see, I did the same thing, but now I didn't get hit, and I jump back and forth so they keep standing and walking in that consecration, so they get more damage. Once consecration fades away, I jump back and forth to stack them up again, so I can proceed with the kills. As you can see, I can properly stack them up when they are running on the sand/mountain, not on the wall. So if they are on the wall, your stacking up will probably fail. It will be a lot slower. You need to let them run around there. So what I'm about to do here is I'm gonna use Blessing of Protection to show you guys how you can fasten up the kill. As they are about to reach me, I use Blessing of Protection and then I use Consecration. When Blessing of Protection is about to fall off, around 1 second, I jump back. And also do not forget that you need to rebuff yourself, because Blessing of Protection will take off your wisdom. You can see in the video that I'm always looking at the pattern right there. Like, I do not want to go further, I do not want to go close to them, I just want to put the consecration there and get the hell out of there. So that's pretty much the kill. However, I'm gonna speed the video up right now and I'm gonna show you the end of the killing phase, which is a little bit different. I sped this up 5 times, but you can keep watching it if you want, but I recommend you skipping to the next timestamp. Alright, so when the mobs get lower, around 20 to 25%, they will get much slower. They will get significantly slower. As they go down in health, they will get even more slower. So what you want to do is finish them up here rather than the other side. This is because, first of all, because of the loot, because you can loot them here. On the other side, it's very hard to reach them when they are dying up the hill. You might not be able to reach them. And also, because they are slower, it is much easier to kill them here than there. Also much faster. I'm using a buff here, but I'll show you in a minute that what you gotta look out for when you're killing them here. So, what you wanna look out for is wait for the last mob to hit that line, to pass that line. Once they pass that, you can jump to the other side and put your consecration right here. And the mobs will probably not reach you because they are so slow, so you gotta wait for them a bit to come closer so they get the consecration damage. You gotta jump back and forth and eventually they will die. So I sped the video up again a bit. You can use exorcism to finish up some of the mobs, but it doesn't really matter, you can just finish them off by consecration. By the time you kill them, the loot will not vanish, so it's okay, you can take your time. If you are running low on mana, you can just use lower ranks of consecration and it will be fine either way. So this is me finishing up the run. Later on, when you are higher level, you can just smack them. I do not recommend doing this at level 40 or 41, 42 because they are significantly stronger than you and you can die to them.
I can't loot that.
And now you can start looting. I usually get around 3 raw gold, but I'll show you in the video in a little bit how much the instance tracker shows me.
I can't loot that. I can't loot that.
So as you can see, I got around 3 gold and I got around 40k XP. It is around 80k XP per hour. Obviously you can fasten things up with engineering and more gear and stuff like that, but that's pretty much it how you do it. What I recommend is putting your Hearthstone to Tenaris and then you can just keep doing runs. Also, if you invite a friend of yours or make an alt and invite yourself with someone, then you can just log back into the other alt and reset the instance and you get ported to the entrance. I hope this guide helped you a little bit. Thank you for watching. See ya.